towards the end of the year here in 2016, and you know, I was in the gym earlier this week, and I had a young guy come up to me, you know, full of bright eyes and totally excited to be in the gym. And he came up and he told me a little story about how he had lost over 100 pounds, and he was looking good, you know, young sort of early 20s guy. He then said, you know, it's great to see you old guys in the gym. Okay, yeah, I'm an old guy now, but I've got news for all of you. 40 and me, 43. 40 comes around a lot faster than you think. You know, I don't think I'm like I'm 40. Sure, I'm in a different phase of life than, you know, and really what shows it to me, excuse me, is when I meet somebody who's in their early 20s, or in their mid 20s even, or even in their 30s. And I realize that no, I don't think like that anymore, even though in my mind I still feel very young and very capable. And obviously when you get to my age, things do change. No, you don't recover quite as quickly from the workouts that you do. If you watch, you know, any sort of sport at all, you'll see that people think that once you hit about 35, you are over the hill. And well, I mean, and this actually gives society and people in society a bit of misinformation about life, your life, my life, life in general. Because the truth is, if you think about it, how old do you want to be when you die? What is your plan? What do you have in the back of your mind? 80? 90? Some people even think 100. And people tend to be worried about not being capable of doing things. They worry about the deterioration of the mind, the deterioration of the body, and the fact that when they get old, they're not going to be able to have the quality of life that they want. And that is generally what makes people say, well, I don't want to live to 100. But if you had the quality of life that you have now at 100, you would probably say, well, I want to live to 150. But I digress. The truth is, most of us turn around and say, well, I want to live to somewhere around 90. This is a pretty typical number. And in the first world, living to your mid to late 80s is certainly very possible these days, and people are living longer and longer and longer. So, what does that mean? That means, people, that you are over 40 for most of your life. The old saying that life begins at 40, well, it certainly doesn't begin at 40, but it hasn't ended either. In fact, in many ways, you need to settle in and realize that your recovery, how you losing your hair, I am going to look like this for more of my life than I look like anything else. I've got 25 years, 30 years of looking similar to this. I'm going to lose some hair, I'm going to get a little grayer, but I'm going to look a little like this. You don't look like you do in your 20s for that long. You don't look like you are as a teenager for that long. You don't look like you do in your early 30s. And I do have news for you. 35 to 40, it's a pretty big change. And you start to look different pretty quickly. I've got pictures of myself when I first moved into this home, when I was, I think, about 35. I've got pictures of me walking around the river and my wife walking around the river, Kristen and I, and we've both looked at those pictures and gone, wow, the changes in almost 10 years have been quite remarkable. I certainly see that from other friends of mine, other high school mates, who are also now in their early 40s. So, people, you are above 40 for more of your life than you're not. So that doesn't mean that you want to live your life based on that, but it does mean that stop being scared of that fact. Stop being scared of people that are older than that. yeah, okay. Guy walked up to me in the gym and said, it's great to see you old guys in the gym. And you know what? It is great to see us old guys in the gym. I am one of the biggest, strongest dudes in the gym, even at my age, and I plan to get stronger, I plan to be fitter, I plan probably to even get a little bit bigger. Alright. This brings back to, regardless of what phase of life you're in, you want to be comfortable in that phase. Life is about being satisfied and happy and comfortable. One time, years ago, I was at a Tai Chi seminar, and one of the very good masters, Chen Shong, came from China, and he was talking about the secret to Tai Chi. And the secret to him to Tai Chi, well, one of many, I guess, was to be comfortable. For everything to just be as you shouldn't be working too hard. Now, being comfortable doesn't mean that you're not working hard and you're not paying attention and you're not doing as much as you can, but you want to be comfortable in that. My wife and I were talking last night. I have often said you've got to find relaxation in your activity. And she was saying, yeah, in this last year, we've upped our game tremendously. And she was saying one of the things that has changed in her is that her workload is much greater, but her relaxation is much greater as well, because there's an active relaxation in knowing that you've completed everything that you could possibly complete in this day, and you go to bed looking forward to your rest, and you use your rest as a way to be able to do more the next day. That's what your rest is for. And you're excited every day to get up, every night to get up the next day, because you've got this wonderful, blessed with work, this activity that you're looking forward to. And this is about being comfortable in the different phases of your life. What you are going to be doing when you get up as a late teenager versus what you get up to in your 30s, or what I get up to, or what somebody in their 50s or 60s gets up to, or 70s or 80s or 90s, or triple digits, is going to be different. But the same essential principle remains, that you want to be excited about what is going to unfold in your day and what you're going to bring to your day. So it doesn't matter. However, this video is mostly about being above 40, and I do want to hammer at home that you are going to spend more of your time in your life, if you live the length of time that you want to live, you're going to spend more of your time older than 40 than you are younger than 40. Your 30s is a short phase. Your 20s is a short phase. Your teens, while they seem extremely long and are very formative, they will form your ideas and your values and your beliefs on many things. They are actually quite short, and they do not define you. In every phase of life, you can and will and should make mistakes. But as you continue to grow, you have plenty of time to make up for those mistakes. I am 43. Can I go back to university? Absolutely. Is it going to seem strange to a lot of people? Absolutely. But doesn't mean that everything is over now. I have many opportunities to have new and wonderful things. Hell, I could start probably 3 different careers in the length of time I still have left in my life. However, we should choose appropriate age goals. What I do now is going to be, oh, I got a major light change there, didn't I? I'll move over here and see, hopefully that won't screw up the green screen. Appropriate age goals. Now, I believe that we should all exercise an hour a day, at least. I think this is critically important. It is a minimum for all people. However, if you're 75, your exercise needs to be appropriate. You know, just going out taking your dog for a nice little stroll for 20 minutes in the morning, maybe doing a stretch for 20 minutes in the middle of the day, keeping everything limber, and a light stretch, light active stretch. And then maybe another dog walk in the evening, just as an example. This is going to be all you need. Whereas if you're in your teens or an early 20-year-old, heck, an hour is hardly going to be enough, and you can probably get away with doing, CrossFit or a couple of sessions of HIIT, 2-a-days. Your choices for what you do as exercise are almost unlimited. However, they do need to be age appropriate. And this is true with all of the choices that you have in your activities. You choose the appropriate activity for your age, and you can be excited every day for those activities and getting them done. Okay, I think I've said everything I need to say in this video right now. Of course, there are many more videos coming. But remember, when you look up at that person the old guy, and you think to yourself, wow, 40 is that really interesting age where it's the age that when you're in your 20s, your teens, it's around the age that your parents are going to be. You look at that age and you think to yourself, well, I'll never get there. Believe me, you will. There is one absolute truth about life. Time keeps rolling on. And it doesn't matter whether you sit on the couch right now and do nothing between now and June. Or you don't sit on the couch and you're completely energized and you work your butt off every waking minute between now and June. June will still get here in exactly the same amount of time. So it's up to you how much you put in and what you get out of it. And what you do depends on your age. Age is just a number? Well, no, because the different phases in life are different, and you do want to be appropriate, but you do want to realize that they are coming and they will get here. I won't be 43 for that long. In 10 years I will be 53. There's nothing I can do about it. So, might as well live the best I can. Remember, you're old for a lot longer than you're young. I'm the Silverback. You guys take care, and I'll catch you next time.